Okay, we're gonna stop that. That was getting pretty ugly and quite terrible. Legitimately, that took us 5 minutes just to get through the intro. So I am going to work on resolving that, which is funny because I tested this before we started it this morning to make sure it would work correctly, and it was working correctly. So I'm not sure why it decided not to all of a sudden work correctly. So it will definitely be something I work on for Thursday morning when you come back to hang out with me. But this time around, I have no idea what happened. I legitimately tested it out first and everything worked fine. And then I go to actually run it and it did not want to work fine. I think it might just be the way my computer is handling the transition from the one program over to the internet. It's just probably just the way it's just not probably processing it quite right. So I am going to figure out something that's going to work better in that kind of regard. And I think I might have a solution for that already. So now that I know it's not going to work in the program I'm using, I will find out something different and get it to work properly there. So needless to say, being that we are already like 7 minutes pretty much into the program here, just because of how long my broken intro decided to actually take on it, which was too bad. We will kind of get right to it then. It's been a good few days. We've had a lot of sunshine, a lot of heat. We've spent a lot of time out at the lake. We've also spent quite a bit of time at the splash park. We've just been doing a lot of things as a family with having two kids, so 11-year-old and 13-year-old. We've been just out doing family things and just having a good time. Being that it's actually like our first 3 real days of summer. In a row, even. Today is supposed to get up to 30 degrees Celsius in our area. However, with the cloud cover that we have and then what looked like to be a possible storm coming in there as well, I don't know if we will actually get to the actual 30 degrees today, although it is already 15 degrees Celsius. So there is definitely a good possibility that we may end up at the at that same mark. And yeah, so if that is actually the case, that will be really awesome because we could really use some good sunshine and some good warm, hot weather because I am definitely more of a summer person, so I would really enjoy that quite a bit more. I know the kids do as well, just because of the fact that we are in a very lovely area to be able to have a summer like that, and it would be awesome to be able to have more summer. I don't know about you. I don't know what the weather's like where you're at, but it's not been our typical summer weather, which is, pardon me, a little frustrating. But what do? You can't control the weather yourself, so you might as well just kind of roll with what's given to you and just enjoy it as it comes. It's pretty much all you can do with it, really. I didn't get a lot prepared for today. I do have the mortgage idea on between self-directed and bank-directed, which I am going to present here on Thursday, actually. So just bear with us as we get ready for that one. I think that'll be a lot of fun, and a lot of people will probably really enjoy it. I'm also looking at doing an upgrade to the camera so you can read stuff like what's behind me here a lot better and be able to read the whiteboard a lot better as well. I am running a bit of an older version webcam right now at 720, which normally 720 isn't too bad. It's actually a really good throughput because it's not too high of a resolution. So it would work pretty decently for the most part. Except my my camera is really quite old, so I don't know if it's working as best as it could. I mean, it's working as best as it is for its age. It's just time to probably look at getting something a little bit better at some point. But other than that, that is kind of all that guy has. It's been, like I said, it was a good weekend. Good day yesterday. It's super burnt out, though, from being at the beach and out in the water or out in the park for 3 days in a row. And then yesterday, my kids and I, we actually swam out to a couple docks at the beach we were at, and we're jumping off of them. So that was a lot of work there as well. And I'm not, because my youngest being autistic, we usually hang out closer to shore and can do more that way. And we can kind of play around in the shallower water, which I find a little bit easier to work with him for. Although he's a strong swimmer, don't get me wrong. He swam out to the docks without any problem. He swam back without any problem, and swam out a couple times each dock, no problems at all. It's just making sure that you stay kind of with him to make sure in case anything does come up that he does have someone to help him. Worst case scenario, I could at least be in the water and not have to swim out to them because they're not that far out. So if there is anything there, I can actually just swim out, get him, and then be able to bring him back as well. As long as he doesn't swim in behind the docks. That's the only kind of catch there. But usually if he's swam out to the docks, it's because Big Brother or I have gone out to be on those docks as well. So that's usually why he ends up swimming out, is because he wants to be out there with one of us. Yesterday, Big Brother had swam out to one of the docks, and then I told Mr. J that he wasn't allowed to, and then I swam out, not thinking he would follow me, and then he actually ended up following me out and made a pretty good time with it too. And yeah, he had a good time. He came out, hung out on the dock for a little bit, then he jumped back in, and then we swam back into shore, and then just hung out around there a little bit, met up with a couple friends each time we went to the beach, and had a good time. One of my friends, I met his little daughter, like little daughter, like super shorty. I've now become Uncle Rob, which I'm pretty stoked about. She didn't really want much to do with me, which was fine because kind of knew she just is meeting me, kind of stranger danger. I'm sitting under my little canopy thing and just kind of hanging out. And then she kind of plopped down beside me, wanted some snacks, so I got her some fruit snacks, and we just kind of hung out. And then she wanted to go swimming, and Dad was going to take her swimming, but she's like, nope, wanted Uncle Rob to go take her into the water and go swimming with her. So that's what we did. It was pretty sweet. Everyone was really quite enthralled with the fact that she took to me so quickly and so wonderfully, and was able to get her to go swimming with me, or that she wanted me to go swimming with her. It was pretty awesome, in all honesty. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. I thought it was pretty great. I can't say too much about that anymore about it because it was just so awesome. It was really, really cool. Yeah. What else is going on? I've just been doing morning trainings with webinars, setting up different Zoom meetings as well. It's been kind of fun. I'm not super good at what I am doing now. Not that I was probably good at it before, but it's just something that I have not. Unfortunately, I don't think I've gotten a whole lot better at. I am trying to be better. I'm just trying to. It's a lot of things that I'm having to put into place all at once, and it does become a little bit overwhelming at times. So I end up kind of falling off the horse a little bit. But sometimes I am really good and I keep going. Like yesterday, we were out at the beach and just kind of randomly bumped into somebody, found out that he's kind of 50-50 on where he's at, and just kind of invited him to one of the virtual presentations. And hey, man, like, if this is for you, awesome. If not, cool. And just sent him the link last night. So we will see how all that goes. I got a couple people going to it, so I think it'll be pretty awesome. Like I said, we will discuss a little bit more stuff here on Thursday. That might be more of a Thursday thing. Tuesdays, I'm going to try and figure out a little bit more things that we can do here as well. I was going to think of doing some goals, but I came up with it kind of late last night, and I was pretty burned out and fried out from being at the beach and out in the sun all day long. You can probably tell I'm a little lobsterish looking. Not too bad. I'm just a lot darker brown with a little pink mixed in, which is kind of par for the course for the beach that we were at. It's got some good shade, but at the same time, you're out in the sun a whole lot because the sun, where it comes in and then sets, is on the opposites. Like it basically stays sunny on that side of the lake a whole lot longer than it does on my side of the lake. You can also probably tell that my voice is probably a little bit different today as well, just because it is definitely tired and just tired. That's pretty much the only word I could use for it right at the moment. It's pretty exhausted at this point. It's Sorry, I just got gunk in my eye here. It's hard to see anything. Yeah, but as for today, yeah, definitely not beach. But then the kids got to go back to the mom today anyway, so we won't be hitting the beach anyway. But it looks like we could be in for an impromptu storm because all the weather things I've checked said we are supposed to be getting up to 30, and it's supposed to be sunny with partial clouds. So I'm not sure how all that will pan out. But that's, like I said, once again, that's totally all right. I don't can't control the weather, so it is what it is. I had something I wanted to talk about, but man, it totally has escaped my mind. Goals. I want to talk about goals. I am going to do a thing probably here or like have a bit of a presentation built for goal setting as well. I just haven't got everything set up for that part of it, unfortunately. There's a lot of things I'm trying to get done. Like I said, a lot of new things have come up that I'm trying to do all at once for new habits and new systems that I'm trying to put into place. It's a lot of things that I'm trying to just revamp onto my system and into my life. So it is taking some time to get all planned and set. So if anything seems a little weird or out of the ordinary, I apologize. I am trying to do a lot of changes and revamps in my life right at the moment, and it does take some time, and some things do cause a little bit more pain than others. And that's planning things a little bit more one of them, and trying to get things set up in time. So once again, I do apologize. I am trying to get better. It's just definitely taking some time to get it all better. Like in my setup, I'm actually pretty happy with. I've got it, I think, at a spot that looks pretty decent for the most part. I could move the camera probably out just a tiny little bit. Well, actually, probably not. I think it's actually pretty good about where it is. So I think we are cool there. Got most of everything cut off or cut out where I don't need it. I'm about the third marks for everything, which is even better. So I think I've got that framed up pretty decently. I just wish I had a different camera for different angles, but that's something that will come eventually as well. So as last week, I did promise that the stuff I put on the board, I was going to make a video recording of as well, which I am going to do later today or probably tonight. And I will get that posted up onto most likely my Facebook page. I might even put it up onto Instagram as well. And I might make a section out of YouTube as well, so I can share it around that way. Actually, I might just do it for a YouTube thing, and then I can just share it onto my different, and then I can just share from YouTube to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or not Instagram, but that other place, LinkedIn. Love LinkedIn. LinkedIn is so great. If you're not on LinkedIn, I definitely highly recommend LinkedIn, especially if you're looking for work or if you want to connect within your field or other fields to make those good connections with people. LinkedIn is totally the way to go. I love LinkedIn. It's a great place to go and find more people and hang out with people that are like-minded and be able to prospect, find, and potentially find other work as well. I am just Rob Hicks, I do believe, on LinkedIn, so I'm not hard to find, really. It's pretty easy to find me. I keep everything pretty well open, so that way if you are looking for a new connection, you can definitely find me. Or if not, you can always hit me up on one of the other social platforms and just ask the link, and I can send it to you rather easily as well. I just don't have it readily available because it's not something I normally talk about. Is different as LinkedIn, so I just don't have my profile sitting there and ready to share off. But I can definitely get something like that out there as well. But speaking of, I do have my Discord after the show as well, where I have after the stream. All I have to do is become a verified member by checking that green checkbox at the end of the rules of engagement. And then you get to become a verified member and you get to have access to the after the stream chat, where we just hang out, chat. You can ask questions, I can answer questions, and hopefully point you in some right directions. And it'll become a frequently asked questions kind of thing, right? So that will be hopefully where we go with that. I've already set up to a point where I think everything should be pretty decent with it. I have a few bots in there which will help with administrative and moderation. So it will help free up my time to be able to work with you a lot more as well, be able to create streams like this, be able to talk with you in the Discord, and be able to hang out and have a good time. If you have any suggestions in there as well, you can always pass them along and we can see what we can do to implement some of the stuff. I think it'll be a good time. If you're also on If you want to help support the stream, you can donate, which I'll have the donation information come up as well, which we have usually at the bottom when it comes up every so often. And then I'll throw it into the chat as well, so you have the actual links for all of that. And then you can just pop on by and hang out and help support us, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I have no qualms either way of how you want to hang out or what you want to do with me. You can even just hang out and watch where you happen to be. It's totally cool. Also, one of the cool things, Ubisoft had a big sale, or Ubisoft Forward sale, I think is what they ended up dubbing it. And I managed to pick up, this is the first video game thing I've actually said on here. Awesome. I got my coffee as well. It's holds about 3 cups. So I picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the massive, big, super deluxe edition or whatever it was. Yeah, it's such a great game. The battle sequences I've been finding where you're at war is a little bit difficult, but other than that, I think it's been a lot of fun, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I just started playing it, and I'm already probably about 11 hours in, which is insanity. But today I'm not going to be able to play because I do have a lot of things I need to take care of. So if I do, it might be later tonight, but most likely I probably won't get to it, which is too bad. Bodu Cock, how's it going this morning or this afternoon, wherever you happen to be? Thanks for coming on. But yeah, it's a great game. It's been a lot of fun. The fact that you get to select your gender of your character and then what your decisions are that kind of affect the story, I think is really kind of a neat idea as well. And it really makes me want to play Valhalla when it comes out. I think it's supposed to be later this year, or early next year, whenever the new Xbox Series X comes out. So I think that'll be pretty sweet as well. And I look forward to being able to check all that out at some point. Probably not right away. I got other things I need to take care of because being an adult, you got obligations and responsibilities before you can have all the fun. So that's where we're going to end up having to do is we're going to have to take care of some responsibilities and some whatever the other word is that I said, but it is going to be having to take care of those first before the that's fantastic. I'm glad your day is going so well. Mine's been going pretty good this morning too. Other than some, actually, there's nothing. Actually, it's been a great morning. Woke up good, had a good sleep. It was been a great morning so far. But where was it? Oh, right, responsibilities and obligations before buying the big toy like that. So it's got some other things that need to get taken care of. Like I probably have to get some new winter tires for the car and take care of a few other fun things as well before I take care of my fun things that I want to take care of for myself. But it is what it is. That's all we can do. Pardon me. Nice thing is with the stream this morning as well, we actually kind of got it off onto a pretty decent start this morning, which was kind of nice. Just because usually we end up starting late. I want to be a Toys R Us kid forever. Yeah. My name's not Bill, so why am I paying his things, right? I'm like, yeah, I am not a bill paying person. Like, legitimately, I actually had to hop into my bank because I don't want automatic payments coming up from all these different places because then I will forget about them. So I went into my bank and actually set it up so they would automatically just send the money to the companies that I have to pay my bills to. Because for a while there, I was getting really bad at trying to remember to get them all done, and there's so much going on that I was forgetting. So I actually set up all these automatic bill payments. So now I just got to keep track of when this money comes out, which honestly is a lot easier than trying to remember to pay the bills. So, but yeah, I'd rather be a Toys R Us kid forever too. Bills suck. But as an adult, I guess it's part of what we get to do, especially if you have kids, right? yeah, no, legit. Like I just, me and paying bills was starting to get to a point where I just did not want to do it, and I was not remembering to do it. So I had to go do something where my bank and I would work together basically to get that stuff paid, because I was responsible. I would pay them, but I would forget to pay them probably like on time, so they ended up being paid a day or two late, which is definitely not good either, but at least they're getting paid. And I just didn't want to do that anymore. So, It also frees up time too, because why would I want to spend a whole bunch of time paying a bunch of companies a bunch of money that I probably don't have, or not a lot of anyhow? So I set it up that way so I can free up time to do other things, and I don't have to concentrate too much on it. It was pretty smart for myself, I have to say. It's one of the things I would highly recommend is if you want to free up a little bit of time, is put some automated things into place, and especially for bill payment. The channel DQ channels about whatever I feel like talking about. In all honesty, it's you can ask questions, I can try and answer them, and then I sometimes present different ideas and concepts on the whiteboard. Last week I presented some ideas as to what money could be all about as well, and today we're talking about how to pay bills smartly by setting up an automated process, which was kind of impromptu. Bills come in. Yeah, no, highly recommended, because yeah, I find I don't have a huge amount of bills, but it does take a lot of time to play or to take time to pay, and I just setting up that one quick process seemed to help quite a bit. My specialty, well, don't know if I have an actual specialty. I can kind of figure out a lot of different things, and like if it's like quantum mechanics, that's definitely not my specialty. I sometimes have some pretty decent advice, but sometimes I don't. I guess it depends on what your question might be. I might be able to answer it, I might not be able to. I'm not too sure. It's really hard to say. People ask me all kinds of things, and sometimes I'm really good at just listening even. So sometimes I just don't offer anything, and sometimes if they need something, then I might have a bit of an answer, or I can at least ponder on it. So no real specialty. I'm just a good listener, and I can sometimes provide some pretty decent advice. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but that's kind of who I am. Is I'm kind of the guy that just people want to talk to. To kind of put it another way, when I was younger, I had all these friends that were girls that had boyfriends, and they would come to me and talk to me about relationships and some of the things that were going on. And they were like, oh, I wish I could find a guy like you, but not you, because you're my friend, or you're like a brother to me. So I'm kind of that guy. I'm the guy you can go to with things, and then I can listen and be an empathetic ear and provide maybe some ideas or some insights, and then get told, well, you're a sweet dude, but not that way. So it's kind of who I am, I guess. And that's kind of my specialty, is just being able to listen and be empathetic, and then be able to provide an idea and see kind of how it rolls from there. That's pretty much how I got started, was just being able to listen and be able to provide insights that people might not see, and kind of back up some of the ideas that they might be doing, or just give them little ideas to tweak ideas that they're already working on. It's I don't know. I haven't really come up with anything that's really spectacular or I guess specialty for myself. It's just something I just kind of work on and kind of do with. You're the dude with the coffee and answers. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I've definitely got the coffee. I hopefully I do have some answers. I don't know if I do or not, though. I very well could, whether they're good or not. I always will try to put a disclaimer that, if you want to implement it. If you don't, then that's up to you. Definitely do your own research if I provide any kind of information that you may want to implement, because it may or may not be for you. Like last week when I was doing up this concept, I definitely put a lot of disclaimer into it, to saying this definitely works where I live, may not work where you live. These aren't your numbers. These are just numbers I know of, stuff like that. So basically, I'm kind of working. I'm also doing a lot of stuff with a financial services firm as well. So I've been trying to do a little bit more information with that, because I find that a lot of people do have a lot of hardship around finances right now as well, which I think a lot of this information will help a lot of people out. So we are concentrating a little bit more on that in the next little bit, and we're going to be concentrating more on goals and dreams as well, to try to help people accomplish what they want in life also. And then I'm going to start providing a link that'll help people to just kind of fill out some stuff so they can get some more answers and get some more, or ask some more questions to be able to get answers to their questions. And I can at least hook them up with people. If I don't know the answer, I can at least hook them up with people that will know the answers and be able to help them out a lot better than what I might be able to as well. So I will definitely have a forum that I will, not this time, but I will have it ready for Thursday, where we can throw it into the chat, and you'll be able to just click on the link and be able to fill it out if you want more information, which would be really sweet. I was hoping to get it done for this week, but I unfortunately did not. Yeah, I really just like to help. So that's kind of my thing. I really want to be able to help people. I find that there's a lot of good in the world, and I really just want to start spreading more of that good around as well, because it's something. I actually, honestly, I learned a lot from Superman. It was a little weird. Everyone's like Batman, Deadpool, all those guys, but I'm like, no, Superman, diehard Superman fan. And if you've ever seen Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, Clark Kent has some really good advice for Billy Batson in that one. And then there's also Superman versus the Elite, where he has some really massive words of wisdom towards the end of that movie as well, when he's talking to Lois Lane about a few different things. And there's a lot of really great wisdom that can kind of come out of comics. And I find that Superman really does have a lot of really great stuff as well. Which reminds me, maybe I should decorate the back here with some superhero things, because I think that would be pretty sweet as well. Really kind of bring out the personality of the show a little bit more as well, because we do take some things from superheroes as well. The one thing you'll never really see is like some sort of crazy ass like chart showing like NASDAQ and TSX and all that stuff, like, and how the markets are doing. I will probably never have one of those up on my wall, because that's, unless you're really, 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 really into it, it's really kind of boring, and I find it to be a bit of a snooze fest myself. I'd rather work with people, find out what their hopes and dreams are, and try to help them get accomplished on those goals as well. So anyway, I think my kids are going to be getting up here in the next few minutes. So I need to be able to go and get them some breakfast and get them all up and rolling here as well. Oh, that is... So I am going... Oh, my dog. Oh, she's doing great. She's a little overheated because of the heat, and she's really kind of fluffy. I've been trying to brush some of the fluff out of her, but it's been really, really difficult to try to get that much fluff off my dog. But she is doing spectacular. She's actually outside right now, just hanging out in the cool grass, which I cut, so it's probably not as cool for her, but there's like this little dirt area near my gate, and she's just hanging out near that, and probably just just keeping cool outside right at the moment. Which is funny because it was pretty cool in the house. I asked my son to close the door last night before he went to bed, and just went to bed, left it wide open, got up this morning, I'm like, I has to do one thing, teenage kid, and he couldn't do it for me. But at least I got the house cool. So, I mean, what else are you going to do, right? Like, you can't really get mad at the kid. All right. Thank you all for coming out. Bodu Cockeye, thank you for hanging out with us today. That was, it's always great to see you on here as well, and always great to chat with you. I hope you have a great day as well. And if anyone is wanting, they can come and... Oop, come on, computer, work with me here. Oh, yeah, she's always awesome. I'm never worried about her not being awesome. So, as like I said, I will provide a link up for the Discord here as well for after the stream. So if you want to come and hang out, you definitely can. I know most of us have things that we have to get done in the morning, so no worries if you're not able to make it. We will see you all next time for sure. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're having a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening, wherever you happen to be. And I look forward to seeing you Thursday morning for our next episode. All right, everyone. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a great one. I really hope you enjoy your day. You're staying safe. You're staying healthy. Ride hard, live long, and we will talk to you later. See ya.